Harvest Host location. This is the National Soaring Museum. Not only is it a museum for glider planes, etc., but they also, there's an adjacent building here where you can pay to go up in a glider plane. Guess who's gonna go up in a glider plane? This guy. I'm debating, I don't know, I'm pretty chicken.
This is our first Harvest Host that's not been a winery.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So it's getting hot in the van. I'm gonna go check out, see if I can get a waiting list or what.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
And they say you can take cameras, so.
Yeah, stay tuned for this. Okay, they gave him a ticket right away. There's like hardly any line, so I'm nervous for you. There he goes.
Oh wow. Oh wow, this is crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be quieter, I'm thinking.
We'll chase the tow plane to about 2,000 or so feet above the ground, above the field here, and then I'll turn this loose.
Wow. This is so crazy. Whoa.
We're out where the tow plane is.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh my God. Oh. Oh.
We're at the hilltop.
Oh my God.
Some days when the wind's blowing against the ridge, we could release right here.
Whoa.
And flying right away. But today's not one of those days.
Wow. Oh my God. Oh my gosh.
We'll fly down with it once we're out road.
This is a tad unnerving. Ah, there's my home. Right down there. So how long does we stay connected to him?
For about 200 feet.
Oh.
There I go.
Oh gosh. Whoa.
So we quiet down a little bit.
Oh my gosh. so amazing. Thank you so much. That was amazing.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, talk to me. How was it?
It may have been the best $105 I've ever spent in my life.
Really?
Except for our wedding license, whatever that costs.
Oh, of course. Okay, so
This is going to be our view tonight.
This is.
The sun's going to set over there. Right there is the scariest part of the flight because they tow you over the runway and you go from like 10 feet above the ground where the hill drops off. You're 800 feet up in the air like that. And it's like, oh, this is real now.
Wow.
And then he's just towing you around. You can hear the other plane ahead of you. And we were connected for a long time. And then I said, so when do we disconnect? And it was about 30 seconds. And then you just hear a switch and you watch the cable fall away. And the tow plane went one way and we banked off this way. And it was just like the sound of wind. And I don't know what I filmed. I was just, yeah.
Totally silent?
No, you can just 50-mile-an-hour wind going by the plane. But it's not like,
yeah.
You should be able to hear it on the camera. But
so I was mistaken. I actually thought, I didn't know another plane towed you up there. I thought the plane had an engine that got you at a certain altitude and then they shut it off. Crazy. I'm too nervous, especially with this weather. It's like black clouds. I'm not comfortable doing that.
It's very weird when you're in a glider and you hit turbulence. It's like,
yeah.
But the pilot said he's been doing it since he was a teenager. He said almost 40 years.
Wow. It looked like tight quarters in there.
Yeah, you're just cramped in there, and he's got, I mean, don't touch this and don't touch this, and you can feel the lever, you know, between your thighs when he's banking, it's touching you, and you're like, oh, don't touch nothing. But
yeah, so this is near Elmira, New York.
Want to take off.
Oh yeah, let's watch this guy tow the other plane out here. This was you 10 minutes ago. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being crazy, fantastical, what would it be?
Oh, it was definitely a 10. It was, I never even thought about flying in a glider. It wasn't something that, you know, really crossed my radar.
So this was a kind of a spontaneous harvest host experience.
How many times we talked about these random things that we come across that are, as opposed to planning out a vacation where you have all your certain things to do, is like we just stumbled across this.
Yeah, we planned this 2 days ago. Basically, we were trying to figure out where to go, and we saw this on the Harvest Host. You did.
So a museum. Let's stay there. Oh, you can fly in a glider.
Okay, kind of have to.
That's a sign.
That is a sign. Now, I've bungee jumped when I was 21, and I feel like that I'll never recover from that, and I'm just too scared for this. That was you, babe.
I was up there like 20 minutes.
Yo, you were up there a long time. All right, should we get situated for the night?
Pretty situated.
The sun is setting on another great day. We went to the museum here after Dave took his flight. And it was pretty awesome. I would highly recommend coming here, even if you're not going to participate in the Harvest Toast. It's a really cool museum.
There's so much history about soaring and gliding. The museum, they've got, I mean, gliders that were used in World War II. And I mean, gliders, they were used in Normandy.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's a pretty epic historical place. And to be here and to have flown in a glider or soared in a glider, I guess, I don't know, it was
crazy.
It was pretty crazy.
When they were originally starting to glide from here, they were, instead of a tow plane like Dave had today, they actually had tow trucks that had a winch on it that would drive with the glider behind it. That's just wild.
I mean, this place was, you know, just because of the terrain and the ridges and the thermals and this big hillside is kind of why it was picked to be this, you know,
yeah,
the National Soaring Museum. But I can tell you, when I'm in that little glider and we're going down the runway and I know that we're going to start taking off and it's going to be this gradual flight up into the air, but the way it works is you go off the edge of this hillside and you go from 5 feet in the air to 800 feet in the air, and it's just hard to explain the feeling of all of a sudden it's like, wow. It was, I'm rambling, aren't I?
well, it was an exciting time. I thought about going, but I have decided I'm not going to go. If I feel like it, we'll come back at some point.
I'm like thinking,
you might go again?
Can I go again tomorrow?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's a wrap.
Carry on.